Good God. Who let Ernie Shell go to the club by himself? Does any of these people care what happens to him? Oh my God. What a zoo. Unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. He's right back at it. He's right back at it. I can't believe his handlers are letting him out by himself. He should have some of his friends. How come that guy, what's the guy's name? Jimbo or Bobo or whatever his name is. How come he ain't with him? I don't know. But hey, we're just watching the train wreck. Like I said, Mr. Shell, I've been in the business a long time. There ain't nobody going to help you. They won't. You're better off. You're worth more dead probably to these people. They probably have life insurance policies on you. Uh, I can't believe you're out drinking or not drinking or whatever. I thought I heard somebody say something about I've been giving you rum and cokes, but that ain't none of my business. And you know what? I ain't caring no more about nothing. I'm going back to my old self. Who gives a crap? The world's ending. Big deal. 50 people died. Who cares? I don't care. That's part, they want you to get wrapped up into the madness. No, Miss Olson, you snuck in on me without me seeing you. I hope your night's going good. So I did a little bit of cleaning. I'm getting ready to do some dishes. And I just checked out Mr. Shell's new video, and I can't believe they're letting him out by himself. He should have some of his friends with him or something. He shouldn't be taking drinks, soda or whatever, especially open. All it takes is 1 second, blink of an eye, and someone could put something in his drink. What is wrong with this world? They think it's all a joke until they're in the hospital dying or something. Then everybody's, oh my God, how did this happen? Well, why in his chat? How come the people in his chat room ain't telling him enough is enough, Mr. Shell? Get some help. Stay home. You know why? Because they were sent there to do a mission. Watch and create the train wreck. And boy, they're doing a good job, ain't they? He's on a one-way path. And you know what? I can't believe they let him out of the hospital that fast, but I'm guessing he probably did the boot scoop boogie before they came down and said, you're going to have to stay in the hospital for a while. And you agree, Miss Olson? Oh, it's unreal, man. He just got out of the hospital. He's out. He should be at home, relaxing. What happened to that good woman he had that he was staying with or dating or whatever? He should be home with her, relaxing. It's one thing to go on YouTube and say, hey, thanks everybody for caring, but I'm going to take a break from YouTube for a while. I'll be okay. And he ain't. He's right back at it. This is going to get ugly, folks. It's going to get real ugly. He's with the rappers now. Yeah, he's talking about he's joining organizations and clubs, and this is going to get really ugly, folks. It's going to go live. There ain't nothing going to stop it. Not even the police are going to stop it, from what I was told. They're like, it's going to go, it's going to happen. Going to go live, going to be hot, going to be bodies all over. And they're antagonizing it. They're bringing it on. It's unreal. With all the crap, with all the people that got sick at them rap concerts, literally people saying they were being injected, and that was no lie. That was the truth. I can't believe he's getting mixed up with all that crap, but hey, he's his own man, man. He's an adult. Like I told him, I'm going to tell him like Lane. I'm going to tell him like they told uh, Cobain and the rest of them. Listen, these idiots don't care if you die tomorrow or not. They got it all set up where they're making money off your death. It's just a matter of time, folks. You can talk to them till they're blue in their face. Same thing they said to the other. Yeah, enough with the heroin. They don't care if you're dead or alive. They make more money if you're dead. So it ain't none of my business. Hey, Mr. Shell, we tried our best, but you can't. You can't. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make that horse drink. And like I told a lot of people, are you kidding me? They got insurance on you, Ernie. That production company, all them movies that you're talking about, all this stuff. If you sign that piece of paper, buddy, you're worth more dead to them than alive. Sorry. It's really sad, but that is the truth. And I feel for you, Mr. Show. I really do, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I'm starting to believe that these people that have been telling me they're vampires and stuff is real. Witchery, sorcery, the devil. All right, we're going to make it real, folks. Get ready. Get ready. You folks wanted the madness. Now these guys are coming for you folks. Try and stop the madness. I'll tell them just like I told the government. Try and stop Putin. Go on. It'll take 5 militaries now to stop him. But, the government, they know everything. The world knows everything. The Creator said these folks don't know nothing. A world of yucky poo-poo is coming for them. And there ain't nothing I can do. He said, whoa, step backeth, Jonathan. Okay. But his handlers, his team, well, they feel it's good for him to go out and have a good time after he just got out of the hospital. I don't even think he was in there 24 hours. But let's watch the train wreck. There ain't nothing anyone could do. They called the police. They called everybody. They don't want to help them. They want the war to go on. They want the bodies to pile up. They want the madness to continue. The psychosis that keep going. The trespassing. There is no more thy brother's keeper. It's all for one and all for myself or whatever, these folks. Who knows? But it is sad. And he needs help. That's all I can say. That's it. Yeah. Everyone's saying it's real. Okay, it's real. Everyone stay home, stay off the streets. Their voodoo, their magic, their witchery, sorcery. They're bringing in massive amounts of troops, military power, weapons you ain't ever seen. I'm getting ready for this mass psychosis in America. They're sending smoke. All right, we'll send them something back. Guarantee you, it's going to be a lot worse than the smoke they're sending. Get ready, Uncle Ted. You finally got your dream come true. Mass extinction in America. They're just going to they're going to run him into the ground. He'll be in the corner pretty soon. Then there ain't going to be nobody to take care of him, no one to help him, nothing. It is sad how they exploit psychosis and madness. It's only someone that's been there that knows what could happen. We see it all the time. Professionals, even the rich and powerful. Yeah, well, boys, what the heck? It was fun while it lasted. But we've had enough of these vampires sucking the life out of our lives and families and friends. So they called in the big boys. Stay home, keep your doors locked, and pretty soon you are actually going to see zombies walking the streets. Literally. Massive amounts of them. Literally. That new drug that's out turns these people in. That guy took 3 shots from a pistol and got up and came at the dude still. Then turned around and ran full blast through a windshield of a car, bounced off of it, got back up. I don't think this government realizes what it's going to be dealing with pretty soon. Literally, it's going to take 4 or 5 rounds to drop these guys. Literally. If they even drop. Boy, they really screwed up. It's all a movie. Remember, Mr. Shell? It's all a movie. Sure is. A real life movie. Be safe out there, Mr. Shell. We did the best we could to help you. Like I said, we can lead horses to the water, but we can't make them drink. So be safe out there, folks. The madness ain't stopping anytime soon. It's going to get a lot worse. The more they trespass, the more this thing, this demon attacks us, the more this psychosis is pushed upon us, the more it's going real in the streets. And we ain't creating it. They did. And I'm sorry, but there ain't nothing I can do about it. There ain't nothing any YouTuber can do about it. There ain't nothing anyone could do about it. Nobody. Nothing. So be safe. The madness is real. Is it in the water? It's everywhere, folks. It's in the water, the food, the flour, the wheat, the drugs, everywhere. The madness is in everything. And it ain't stopping anytime soon, folks. So keep yourselves at home. Keep an eye on your kids. And told you it's a movie, but it's real life. They think it's just a movie. I'm like, no, it's real life, folks. It ain't a movie. Movies are real. That's why we make movies, from real things that happen. I don't know. There ain't nothing we could really do for any of these creators. They created their own madness and tried to suck thousands into it, and we're just not buying it. And get ready, Uncle Ted. Your dream came true. We're going to be hunting the most dangerous thing on earth, mankind. For real. But I do have my explosive tip crossbows and regular crossbow with boar heads on them and everything. And we're ready. We're ready. I don't know. Of course, Biden's upset because I created a CRAM device. That's a 22. It'll only shoot 5,000 rounds a minute or so or whatever. But hey, it's home protection. No, it is not overprotection, Mr. Biden. It's just what we need for the madness that you politicians created for us. As you're all locked behind your gated communities with guards. Oh, and yes, the UFOs are real, folks. Only if you knew. Wait until you see the new ones. Gonna blow your minds. Now, you folks have a great night. Be safe. There's nothing we could do with these people. Like I said, Ernie Show, if he did sign that dotted line, he's worth more dead than he is alive to them people. So, sorry, Mr. Show. We did all we could. We tried. You should have stayed in the hospital. And you should have let the doctors do their jobs, run the test, figure out what was wrong with you, give you the medication that you needed. You should have not listened to your chat because your chat was sent there to create the train wreck. And you're going right along with it. They're beautiful, ain't they? Oh, I seen them. They're all in your chat. Beautiful women. Little did you know they have beards. And as they're talking to you, they got a bottle of Jerkins lotion. Watching you going, you sure do look good today, Ernie. Madness, Ernie. Wake up. You talked about being in the militia and the reserves. Use your head. Use your mind. Use your training. You know you should be home. You know what's coming. You shouldn't be out in the world where they can poison you and give you all kinds of drugs in your drink, food. Ah, boy. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Fish in a barrel. Now, you folks have a great day. Be safe. Mr. Show, we're going to pray for you. We wish you would have stayed home in the hospital, but your ego's too big for you. So, there ain't nothing we can do. We tried. Now, be safe, folks. And remember, it's real. It ain't fake. I don't know what more proof you folks need. I don't know what Senate, Congress needs. What they need is a good butt kicking. That's what they need. But, like I said, folks, they would rather kill every single one of us than to admit that they were wrong and that there's a problem in the United States. So, there ain't nothing I can do about it but stock up on things and get ready for the mass extinction. So, that new drug is over in America. Yeah, that's going to turn these guys into literally Hulks. You're going to need 30 rounds to drop these guys. Boy, did they really F up. They really screwed the pooch. But that's okay. We all got bomb shelters and tanks underground and all kinds of stuff. We're ready for it. Light the candles. Of course, we are looking for some good women to come with us underground. We got to repopulate the earth after this madness is over. You can leave an email at Johnny Dangerous. now I'm starting. Now I'm starting to sound like Ernie Shell. Now I'm starting to sound like Ernie Shell in his video he made today. Now you girls just send me a photo of your butt at ernieshell.com. I'll determine if your butt's big or not. Ernie, you got talent, kid. You're wasting it. You're letting these people run your life. You're letting these people ruin your life. You're letting the madness in your head ruin your life. But I hope you make it, kid. I really do. Hope you make it big so you can have enough money to get help. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't know. But something bad is coming to America, and I don't want no part of it. So I don't know what else to say. There ain't nothing you can do. You know what? I was raised anyways. It's none of your business. Why did I start listening to people? You're a yucky man. You don't care about. No, the way I was raised is I don't give a crap. Did it happen to my family member? No. Then I don't give a shit. You understand? It's mind your own business. It's the way we were raised. Um, you know, I don't know why they let me talk. You need to change. You're a very ugly person. No, it's just the way it's none of my business what happens to these people. It's mind your own business on the streets. Keep your mouth shut. And what you've seen nothing. And you'll do okay in this organization. Why did I change my life? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's the same thing in the movie business. Keep your mouth shut and you'll make all the money in the world. And I can't sit by and watch these people do the things they do. I don't belong on this earth. I don't know why the Lord brought me back, but maybe it was for giggles or something. But there ain't nothing we could do about it. There ain't no WWF can help anybody. They're all whacked out. There ain't nothing no one could do about it. This is coming. They knew it. They want it to happen. I can't do nothing but go underground when they say go underground. There ain't nothing no one could do about it, folks. They should have listened. They just didn't want to. Sorry. I don't know what to say. They've been injecting. They've been snorting. They've been, you name it. They've been contaminating deliberately. Well, our kids need new shoes. I got a family to raise. Sorry. I just don't know what to say to you folks. But we'll sit back and watch these train wrecks, and they will keep killing these people. And Congress finally figured out that is this a spillover from Venezuela with all this tattoo shit and everything? Yeah, it is. And there's only one way we can do to make sure this never happens again in our country. And they are not just tattoos anymore, folks. You boys ruin that for a lot of people. No, you're Satan worshipers. And like I said, we will burn it down to nothing before we turn it over to you folks. Literally, this earth will be a ball of goose spinning before we let you Satan worshiping pricks walk this earth. We will cut everything off of you to make sure the job is done right. And we are going to send a message to this world that we don't like Satan. And we will behead him. Simple as that. Read your Bible, folks. Leviticus 19. Do not engrave, do not carve or pierce the body or tattoo, it says. You folks are screwed. And I'm going to wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, knowing that we went to the grave, this whole earth, before we turned it over to you sick-ass monkeys, animals. And I'm going to get a kick out of it because I can't stand you pricks. Go rape your own kids. Sick-ass bitches. You got what you got coming, America. You wanted to be the biggest, the baddest, and you sold our kids out, and you sold our country out to the devil. And we got nothing to do with you, but put you in the ground, whether it's chemically or with heat. Hotter than the sun, baby. Now go choke on that and go rape your own kids. And you best leave ours that are not marked by the devil alone, or we will come for you. No matter how much money you got, you fucking idiot, or how big and bad gangbangers you are, we'll wipe out the whole fucking neighborhood. This is a war against good and evil. Get ready, folks. It's real. There's your movie, Mr. Show. And the rest of you YouTubers, now you know why these people are going to die. We will not bow to Satan or anybody. We are human beings. Whether it be anybody, I'm a human. You want to live by the Bible? Go live by it. Stay away from me and mine, or you will pay the price while you're on stage, while you're at home. This is my movie. There you go, Mr. Show. There you go, rest of you big bad boys. I can play your games too, but I ain't psychosis like you folks. I'm an actor. I'm a movie maker, an earth shaker, and a money maker. Now, if you got anything to say to me, you come knock on my door. But I guarantee you will feel the hot steel of the bullet. And if you think I'm going to go to jail, you boys got another thing coming. We were paid to do a job by our government, and boy, we're stomping the shit out of this country. Now, Uncle Ted, you get them boys ready down there. Your dreams come true. We got to go. We got the green light. Let's start running these son of a bitches over. Lighting them on fire. There's my movie, Mr. Show. Remember, it's only a movie. Oh, I can play these guys. I can play the madness because I've been there. I can act with the best of them. I can write with the best of them. Remember, Mr. Smith? Enough of the games. You get to be serious this time, Johnny. No more joking around and being a clown. You get to write serious. And you're right, Mr. Smith. I can act like an idiot just as good as them dudes. Twice as good. But here's the difference between me and them. I know what the streets are. These guys talk about the streets. They haven't seen death. So we can play their games. It's a movie. It ain't real. Can anybody agree with me on that? Anybody? These people have lost their minds. They've drawn this whole YouTube community in psychosis. I can act just as good as them. I just like Floyd said, us and them, war pigs. The madness is real, folks. They created this madness. They created the madness. Nobody else. They created their own beds, their own madness, their own gangs, their own militaries, their own use. They created it, and all we had to do was sit back to do nothing but sit and watch. We can act just as good as them, folks. We can play their psychological mind games better than them. They're just upset about it. You can't do. Shut up. Go home and kiss your wife and kids goodbye. It's over. You idiots. People are hurting themselves, attacking people because of the madness that you folks created on YouTube and your communities. There ain't no one going to save you, folks. Nobody. You killed little girls. You covered up a kidnapping and a murder of girls and little girls in Delphi. There ain't nobody helping you, folks. It's just a matter of time before we release the demon dogs. Sit. Your asses are mine. There ain't nobody helping you, folks. Nobody. We're just waiting for the military to come up through certain spots. Troops are already ready here. You boys are screwed. Call your gangbang buddies. Call your organizations. Call them all. Because what we got, buddy, it's going to knock 5-6 mil off. Blink of an eye. So, I'm happy that you folks, your crime drama channels and everything, I hope you got your kicks out of it. I hope your production companies got pocketfuls of money, baby, because we're coming for them too. I hope your police, you folks, are the best of the best of the best, because we got the best. We got the A-team, and we're sending them, and you folks are in a world of shit. Don't. Ask Uncle Ted about it. He'll tell you. Well, they said by 2023, we'll have to knock off 100 million. To keep population control down. Yeah, well, it's nice knowing you folks. No, there ain't. We can't help. We can't help these guys. I got called from Clarence that said Clarence can't even help them. We can't help these dudes. They're all wrapped up into the gang shit now and the rap shit and all that shit. We can't help these folks. We're just gonna light the candles. We're just gonna release the demon dogs out into the world. Shit. Your time's coming. Just hold on. We'll release you here pretty soon. You can eat them all. I don't care. I can give two craps. I'm going back to the way I used to be. My God, a whole family got. Who cares? They just wiped out 1,000,000. Who gives a crap? I got my own family and problems to deal about. How about that, folks? Want me to go back to being that guy instead of trying to care and help about people and try and lift these women up that these idiots have all gangbanged and passed around like a wet condom, trying to make them feel good. You look beautiful today. You look, my God, you're sexually abusing. I'm glad that it's going to happen this way. Just like that. I'm glad it is. I really am. Miss Olson said I can use her too. Bull massives of demon dogs. We would love to, but then we'd have to clean up all the slobber off the dead bodies. Down, bull massive, down. Your time will come. You'll be able to chew on a thigh, leg, femur. I want these boys to know that I've been working on some new devices. Mm-hmm. You figured out who I was, didn't you? Oh, Jigsaw himself. Well, I don't know what to tell you, folks, other than it's going to be very painful for some of you. I don't know if you've ever seen a femur bone splinter into 1,000 pieces as we twist it on the new device that we created. It really is so sad. I do actually consider BK a friend and supporter. He shared a video of mine, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Miss Pendor, but he must go. I'm joking. Good God, I've already had all the government branches call me. What are you doing today? Just having some fun. Yeah, it's not your time yet to have fun with these people. All right. I'll sit back and be a good boy for now. Well, you and my husband. Mr. Pendar, you sound like a good guy if you think like I do. I'm sorry, Benny, but you have to go. I'm sorry. It hurts me more than it hurts you. I'm joking. I'm just joking. You are so silly, Johnny. Didn't you guys figure out that I'm the real John Kramer from Jigsaw yet? It's obvious you didn't. Look at this kingdom I live in. You know you've made it big when you're in a one-bedroom apartment. Kid's come a long ways. He's really made it big. You mean he moved out of that cardboard box? Oh yeah, that condominium he was in. He's in a one-bedroom apartment now. It's beautiful. Made it big. Nah, I love it. I should turn on my big screen and watch the madness in full screen. TX Flood 1. No, I didn't. Let me check it out. Hold on, let me jump over to another. If I lose connection with you, I'll be back. Let me type in this Little Miss Pendar's channel and see what all the uproar is. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Pendar. Is this you, Pendar? Pendar Live, VCR chat. Pendar Live, VRC. I said a 1, 2, a 3, 4, a hip, do, bitty bop, and a skiddly do. I said a hip hop to the jigsaw, to the saw jaw, to the Mi'kmaq. Bitty boom boom. Is that you, Miss Pendar? I'm not the Asian girl. Oh, now you tell me. Now she tells me she's not the Asian girl. All right, let me check it. Let me scroll down and look. Let me check this out. Not that we don't like Asian girls here. We love Asian folk. We love Asian folk. All right, I think I found it. You got glasses on? Let me check it out.
No. Where, there she is. Hi.
Oh, look at a little dog.
You
Look
playing
at
with Dookie?
Oh, look at that little dog. He's going to taste real good after we barbecue him when we run out of food and we got nothing to eat. I'm joking, Miss Pendar. I'm joking. Texas flood cover. Ah, is this Stevie? Hold on. Let me check it out. Is this Stevie Ray? You know I love me. You know I love me some Stevie Ray.
They might be as fluffy as a
Pendar, dar. All right, let's drop it like it's hot. The following video is somewhere from rehearsal. If you watch this, you might be brainwashed. Oh, yeah. There it is. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, yeah. Rolling down in Texas. Wow. Lordy. Oh, yeah, I can dig me. That's good stuff there. Flooding down in Texas, baby. Oh. Listen to that bass. Boom, 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 boom. Let me make sure I got the right Pendor. Is that you, sweetie? I hear your husband at that bass, just driving the whole thing. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Well, it's flooding down in Texas. Somebody get my galoshes and barbecue that dog. Better now. Uncle Ted says we're running out of food. I said, that sucks. We're going to have to eat the people that you kill, Uncle Ted. That is my son playing guitar and singing. My husband is not playing the bass on that one. Really? Let me go back here because I see some guy in a big beard. Some big dude. Big giant beard. Smoking a cigarette, I think. No, that's country there. You got it, midnight hour, man. Midnight hour, baby. Trouble with man. We hate the man. We don't like the man around here. Special, bump a down, a lot on me. Got a lot on me. Miss Pendar, is that your husband or Bigfoot? I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't tell. He's got so much hair on his face. I don't know. I think I seen him in a Bigfoot video. No, that's your son. Good God. What's your husband look like? That's my son. He's only 7 foot. This is my husband. Did the sun was there an eclipse? No, that's just my husband. Oh, I thought there was an eclipse of the sun. No, that's just my husband. Mm. That's sounding pretty good, Miss Pendar. That's sounding pretty good. So you folks play music down there. I could tell you that much. I can tell that much. Sounding pretty good. I actually just wanted you to hear the guitar work from the Texas Flood song. It sounded good. Sounded good. Now, I don't think it was every note that Stevie played, but I keep telling people, play what you feel. You don't have to play every single note Stevie played. You know, people, you ain't playing it. You got to have, just let them play. It makes them feel good. Sounded great to me. You know, there ain't nobody going to get up there and say, sir, wait a minute, let me get a ladder so I can climb up there and talk to you. I think you played that wrong. You know, there ain't no one going to do that. I ain't. It's better than what I could do. It sounded better than me, so good in my book. Yeah, and if you look more, you will see me singing. Look at the song White Rabbit. Oh, you did some Jefferson Starship, huh? One pill makes you small, and tell 'em hookahs, the smoking caterpillar. I'll go ahead and sub to that channel. Is it okay if I sub to your channel? I kind of like to ask people. People are like, what do you mean ask? Well, I'd like to ask before I do things. I was just going to add, I'll sub to that channel. You sub to me, I'll sub to you. It sounds like a plan. What's your husband doing right now, Miss Pendar? He's chewing on a cow leg. God. You mean just the hoof? No, the whole cow leg. Sleeping while Art Bell is playing. Let me back up here and see if I can see some.
Where there she is. Hi. Where did you go? You playing with the
Hold on, I'm looking for the White Rabbit. Is it way down? Oh, I see you got a photo of little Mikey Vaughn on there. Little monkey Mikey. Adorable little kid. Somebody to love. Times like these. Oh, you guys are doing gigs. Ooh, Voodoo Child. I'm looking for White Rabbit. Hold on a minute. Assassin Flight of the Incubus. Jimmy Eat World. Assassin. Highway Star. Oh, that's a good tune. Plush. I covered that song too. Yeah, I'm a believer. Somebody to love. That's a cool one. Times like these. That's a cool one too. Ah, White Rabbit. Nah, I'm not playing. The watchers strike me for playing it. One pill makes you small. Is that your husband playing the bass? I don't have the power to strike. I don't know, but who's playing the bass on that White Rabbit? What I can say is it sounds tight. And there ain't nothing better than a band. They might sound like crap, but when they're tight and they're in their pocket, there's one thing I know, and that's music. I think. Miss Pendar, are you still there, or did I chase you away? Good God, this guy's crazy. You're finally figuring it all out, ain't you, folks? Yeah, it sounds good to me. Your voice sounds pretty good. You know, it's hard to pull off White Rabbit by Jefferson Starship. Grace Slick was a good singer. She was a pretty good singer. Sounds pretty tight. I don't know who's playing the bass, but I can hear him in there. Boom, 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 boom. The bass. Smack that Frenchman. Get out of here. We're in America. It's bass, bass, bass. The bass. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. The bass player in the white socks is my hubby. In that video? Oh, yeah. Well, we grew up with white socks. Some of us wore them up to our knees. Did you hear that bass line right there? Bum, 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 bum. That was smooth. And here comes a little kid with 3 balloons walking right up to him and like, Mommy, I'm going to do some helium. Hey, that sounded pretty dang good. That sounded pretty dang good. That's just an event we played once a year. That sounded pretty good. I seen the little kid run up with the balloons. I seen you trying to knock them away. Get out of here, kid. We're trying to put a show on. And Mouse? Mr. Kramer, what? SI. the best advice could you give for the helping of Ernie at this point? Stay home with his girlfriend that he had and go back to the doctors and let him run tests and give him medication that he needs. And if he can't be on the medication because he's been on it too long, then he needs to come off the medication and he needs to stay home and he needs to put YouTube and his uh, fans or whatever you want to call them on hold for now. And for one, he shouldn't be walking around anywhere without handlers or at least a team of guys in case something happens. I don't. That's all I can say. And change his diet and and stay home for a while and get your mind together, Mister Show. Now back to wait. What? Let me read the rest of it. Ernie, at this point, could you give for Ernie at this point? I've honestly thought that he was heading back to Lisa's house. I wish that would have been his choice. He should. Does he have a girlfriend? And another advice, Mr. Shell. If you have a woman at home, don't go looking for another one. Be happy with the one you got. And you shouldn't be telling women to send you pictures. I know the women that I dated, if I would have said something like that, the women I dated would have been like, when you get home, you can have all your shit packed. You can leave. Yeah. I Miss Ann. Let's see what Miss Pendora said. Oh, that little kid lost his mom like a year later from cancer. Oh my, that's heartbreaking. I'm sorry, little buddy. I was just joking about doing the helium balloons. Be safe. That's heartbreaking. Little booger. I don't think Ernie is on any medication right now unless he is self medicating. That might be it. I agree with you 100%. He has a real great life ahead of him if he stayed on track. I don't think I think his Miss Anne, I don't want to upset you at all, but I don't think there is no great life ahead. I think we're all thinking, most of us are thinking this, the great life is in his head. He's talking about all these superstars and all these big deals coming up, productions and all this stuff. I just don't see it, Miss Anne. I hope so, but I don't think so. He's what we call in the business too risky. But then again, in the business, they don't care if he's alive or dead. They make more money off of him dead than alive. That's just my opinion. I was planning on joining the team. I was excited to be getting I was excited to be getting. I was planning on joining the team. You're right. Yes, he is delusional. If he could just get his head on straight. The team that he's talking about might be these organizations and clubs or gangs he's talking about. I don't know. I don't know Mr. Shell. If I did know Mr. Shell and he was a friend of mine that I haven't seen since grammar school, I'd tell him, get your butt home. There's other ways you could be famous and make movies other than YouTube. Don't he know if he's as famous as he says he is, that people are just waiting to do bad things to him, slip something in his drink, anything. What's he doing without a team out in the fields? What's he doing without security around him? That's stupidity. If he was as famous as he's saying. Well, he got members and he was planning on doing stuff. He could do so many good things for the world. Yeah. Yeah, he could, but not the way he's going. It's a movie to him. To him, it's a movie. To real people, we're calling, you got this guy under contract? And what production company is he working with? We don't have anybody. Well, something's going on. Is he black ops or something? You want me to call down the Senate, Congress or something? Yeah, they just don't realize that it's it is a movie. But you have to say, hey, just joking. This is a movie. It's a skit. Like I do. It's not real. I'm sitting right here in my apartment, folks. I'm not out in the streets slaughtering people. If you don't say that and you continue to lead people on to thinking that he's going to be famous and he has all this money, they'll kidnap him. They'll kidnap him and hold him for ransom. And then when they find out he ain't got no money or no one cares, they'll kill him. I don't know what he's doing walking around without a team. I wouldn't be if he's as famous as he says. On what, Benny? Benny ain't far behind. Benny's funny, but all this gang and this sign crap and Satan and people talking devil and gang and all this stuff that don't bang. And you're heading down a bad road. I don't know. Benny has a brain malformation. Then what is he doing? Sweet Jesus. Do I have to be the handler of all these people? Well, what's with the gang and the eye signs and all this stuff and everything, Benny? Come on, Benny. It was fun when we were teenagers doing stuff like that, but you're an adult now. And people take that stuff serious. One day he's going to roll up on the wrong part of the neighborhood. And he's going to go into his YouTube skit. And these boys on the street are bad boys. I just feed them the meat. Here, you some bad mofos. When I go back home, you just drive by and throw the hamburger meat out. Here you go. You some bad mofos. They are. Those are just terms of endearment, John, and people seem to like it. They sure do. But there's crazies out there that love to prove a point. I don't know if you folks can understand what the streets are about. There's somebody out there that wants to prove a point to his gang, to his organization. So they look for people like me, Benny Keys, Ernie Shells, that they could walk up to and poof, and then on the streets, that that brings them credibility. Oh, that's the dude that took out Blood Money Keys. These folks don't understand the streets. They don't care who you are. They're trying to make a name for themselves with their gang organization or the streets. Does that make sense to you folks at all? If I offended any of you, my apologies. Ann says, that would be great if you were their handlers. Sure, it would, because I would be right there with them with the straitjacket. If you're around madness long enough, ladies, that madness will rub off on you. No, I'm not quite following you, John. On what, Miss Pendar? Yes, it makes perfect sense. On the streets, Miss Pendar, like I'm from Illinois, real close to Chicago where I grew up, the city. Harvey, Cabrini Green. On the streets, you got a lot of money. You think you're a big dog. You think you're a player in the game. Well, there's this 17-year-old kid sitting there, and he's just sitting there, and you don't pay any attention to that 17-year-old kid. You see him, what's up, dog? You walk by, and you're out doing your spiel on the streets or in the neighborhood, acting like you're an OG. And that little 17-year-old kid comes walking up behind you, poof, in the back of the head. And to the people on the streets, he's considered a bad mofo because he took somebody out. That's the real streets, Miss Pendar. It's no joke. You got 12-year-old kids out there killing people just to make a name for themselves on the street. They think it's a joke, and I'm like, it's not a joke. These guys are real dogs. They're real bad boys, not 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 players, not actors. They're real gangsters. They kill you and go eat a hot dog and not think anything of it. But BK is used to the streets in South Dallas. All right, okay, that's fine. I got no problems with that. You wouldn't catch me out there being like that because I know. I know. You slack off to the wrong guy on the streets, and the next thing you know, it's all over with. And then there's nothing you can do. Yes, Miss Pendar, just for the street credit, they do stupid stuff like that. It's nice to have a responsible individual to talk with. Well, I could be an idiot like them. You just heard me go off on a rant, but that's just me acting. That's not the real me. I can act like these guys, like being tough guys, and some of these guys might be killers for organizations. I don't know that. You know, I don't know what these guys do. I don't know Ernie Show. I don't know Benny Keys. I don't know any of these people that I go into their chats. You go into their chat. Hey, listen, I went. I went into Sean Harmon's chat to tell him I'm not buying your story, Mr. Harmon. And next thing I know, Mr. Harmon's telling me I know who he is. You know who I am. You know who I am. No, I have no idea who you are. And don't come around me because I don't know who you are. They automatically make you and hey, we're buddies. You know, that's my dog. I know you. No, I don't know these dudes. I don't know them. If I knew them, they would know me. And they would know that I'm not like that. My hubby tells me not to get involved. Well, your husband's a very smart man and a good bass player. I can give him that. I really did like that bass line that he was playing in that White Rabbit. I'll tell you what, he's good. He's good. Chicago criminals are hardcore, but the cops are feared. Well, sure, cops. Yeah, there ain't no, you shoot at a cop. Yeah, you just piss him off. He's going to run you down with his car if he has to. I would never point a gun at a cop. See, I was raised differently. A cop says freeze, you freeze. You don't ever point a gun at a cop. He don't need no questions. He don't need no warrant. He don't need nothing. He's trained to. If a gun is pointed at him, you're going to die. If you don't kill him first, surely him and his backup are going to gun you down, and they're not going to be slapped on the wrist or they're just doing their jobs. They have kids to go home to at night. That's why I want to use my new technology with drones and unmanned assault vehicles. We don't need to put police in harm's way no more. We can fly our UFOs and zap their little brains. Joking. I'm joking. The drones will just be there for protection. Just for protection. And I ain't got no beef with Benny Keys. Hey, if Benny Keys wants to be a bad boy, then let him be a bad boy. You can lead a horse to water, baby, but you can't make him drink. Black Crows said that. And that's Black Crow's lyrics. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a dream, baby. No, no, no. I have a black friend in Chicago. His son was killed on the street corner, and he wasn't in a gang. They don't care. They just shoot. It was probably a gang. If he wasn't mistaken identity, then it could have been a gang initiation. That's a gang initiation. Hey, I want to join this gang. Okay, to prove yourself, we want you to go kill somebody, and we want it on the news, so we know that it was you. And then that kid or guy goes out, kills somebody, innocent, random person. It's all over the news, and then they say, "Okay, you're in the gang." I mean, you guys want the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. That is the truth. It could have been mistaken identity. Well, we thought it was him. It's crazy. It's crazy. No, Johnny, ever the boot licker? No, I don't lick boots. Sorry. There's a lot of things I don't lick. I have been known to slobber on a woman's neck, though, once in a while, on an earlobe. Pendar says, like just a sacrifice kill. Yeah, just to prove his loyalty to the gang or whatever. It ain't no joke. I grew up around African American people. Uh, it's not a joke. I grew up around Harvey in Chicago, and uh, it ain't no joke, man. Why these folks think it's just on the TV? It ain't real. It's all no. No, we wish it was a movie. We wish it wasn't real, but it's real, and it ain't a joke. It's real, and they're all feeding into it. You watch these documentaries about the Chicago streets, and then you have these other brothers out there saying, "Well, we got to have guns to defend ourselves against these group of guys," and it's just a never-ending madness. It's a never-ending madness. If you feed into it, it gets worse. Then you can't walk out your door without a weapon, a knife, a gun. It's real. No, when I was younger, Mark, I was a lumper with my grandpappy. He was a truck driver, and they used to have a, they used to have a place where they kept all the semis, the trailers, over out there by Capri Green and everything. Madhouse. Where are we going today, Grandma? We got to go down here and pick up a trailer at this one place. And next thing you know, it's a zoo. You know, it was just unbelievable. And of course, they had chain fence around the lot, the yard where they keep all these semi trailers and everything. And it'd just be holes in them and locks cut off of the thing, and literally holes cut in the side of the trailers. So they can get in and get whatever they can get out of the trailers. Mark, are you familiar with Cicero out there in Illinois? Harlem Avenue and Oak Lawn, Bridgeview, Inglewood. Inglewood, good God. I think the worst that I ever seen, the most scariest that I ever seen out there in Illinois was Capri Green. Capri Green, at one time, it was a fortress. Literally, dudes standing outside with assault rifles. It was unreal. They all say, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Are you kidding me? You know how long Capri Green went without having gates, without having that fence mesh put up against? It was a 20-story, 30-story building, and there was no railing. When they first built that place, there was no railing. There was people actually being thrown off of the balconies. There was no railing on the balconies. You just walked out to nothing. It was unreal. Oaklawn Park, yeah. Capri Green was actually a 20, 30-story building, 40-story building or whatever it was. And literally, you open your door and you walk out onto the platform to walk down to the main stairs, to go down. You could go down an elevator or downstairs. And there was nothing there. You were 40 feet up and there was no railing. It was just a piece of concrete. And then finally they put that mesh up, that fence mesh up to keep from people falling. They had kids falling off. They had people just getting thrown off. It was unbelievable. Mark said he worked South Chicago and Gary, Indiana. Well, then you know about the madness, Mark. You know about the madness. Pendar says, "Oh crap, it's 21:41. I gotta go to bed." Oh my God, it's 2:15. I didn't even realize it. The show, good times, greens, yeah. Yeah, Harvey was the same way. When I was a young kid, I used to live in Summit, Argo. My family moved out there. My grandmother and my uncles used to live out there. I don't know if you know where that is, Mark. Summit, Illinois, Argo. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from the city. Literally, it was nuts. Literally, people at night, people were getting broken into their apartments. Literally, you'd be sleeping there and you'd wake up and see somebody walking around in the apartment. People were they were petrified back then. And I was just a kid. And my uncles used to have these chains and everything, spikes on them and everything. What the hell is that? I was just a young kid. Well, that's protection in case somebody comes crawling through the window. Sounds like a good idea. It's crazy, Mark says. People won't believe. Yep, Summit, Illinois, Argo. Oh man, it always stank because they had the Argo I don't. It just stank. Water treatment or something. Argo foundry. I think it was a foundry. Oh man, it just. Every morning I can remember waking up and it just smelling like crap. I was like, oh man, what was it? Where's that smell coming from? It's only people, these people, they grew up. Some of these people don't understand. They think it's all made up. Well, they grew up in the country. They didn't have people creeping around at night, opening your windows while you're laying there in bed trying to sleep. And you hear somebody open the window and you're like, what the F is that? They never had people, they never lived in bad neighborhoods. So they don't know. They're all talking, well, it's the country out here. You don't know nothing until you slept in the city and you can't sleep because you got trains going by, you got vehicles constantly going, you got people constantly walking around, you're hearing gunshots all the time. They don't know. Living in the city is like living in a war zone. They don't know. You know? Mark said he's met people in the city that have never seen a cow. I seen one. It was on the TV. Good night, Miss Pendar. Be safe and tell your husband good bass playing and tell your son good singing and guitar picking. Raphael, you're from Oakland Park? Oakland Park? I grew up in the country and became street smart because of truck driving. Oh, yeah, you'll run into some cuckoos driving a truck, especially at a truck stop. Yeah, yeah, yep, definitely. I didn't realize it was that late. I've got to turn my air conditioner on. It's getting kind of crappy in here. I have had to drop a few in my day. And? Oh, you had to? Yeah. Yeah, they'll climb right up into your truck. And then they'll act like, what are you doing here? It's my truck. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm laying here. Yeah, it's my semi. Uh, yeah. Yeah, there's a racetrack out in Illinois now. US 60, what is it? US 61 or US 60 or something now? Or there used to be well, when I was younger, I used to go to Santa Fe Speedway with my family. Oh, yeah, and they'll climb right up in your truck. They'll act like you're the one that shouldn't be there. You know? Hey, what are you doing? Sleeping. It's my truck. Not no more. Get out. I'm getting tired. See, Mr. Shell, when you yawn, that means you're tired. You should lay down and get sleep. Like me, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to sleep until probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in maybe of sleep. Now that thing is attacking me again. We're going to get that thing. Once we find out how to get that thing, we're going to get them. Shadow ops? Yeah, it's some kind of a demon thing that they're trying to use, ain't it? Spirits or something like that, or some kind of vampire stuff. I don't know. There's people saying Ernie Shell might be a vampire. This is this is unreal. This is this is unreal. I don't know. Hey, the Bible spoke of vampire demons. The Bible did, not me. The Bible. The Bible spoke of demons, witches, vampires that'll suck the life out of you. Quit sucking the life out of me, Ernie and Benny. And who else? I don't know. I'll figure someone else. I've come to suck your blood. Was that always harmless? What? I don't know. Have you ever heard of the show or heard of Shadow Ops? Is it like Black Ops? Is it like Deli Force? Yeah, Deli Force, Black Ops. Yes, she figured leader of Deli Force, original founder of Deli Force, that everybody is talking about on YouTube. Even they asked Mr. Trump, "Who's this Deli Force?" I don't know. I thought it was a deli plate. That's why I'm here. You mean there's no deli food here? No sandwiches? No, we want to know who is Deli Force. I can't talk about that. I'd have to kill you. I'm under contract not to talk about Deli Force. Ann says, I love President Trump. He's upset. They called him to this big organization thing and they started questioning him. Who's this Deli Force? Johnny Kramer, dude. I don't know. He told me there was going to be a Deli Force plate here. So I thought we were having cold cuts. Mr. Trump was pretty upset about that. But I did love how Mr. Trump did look at him and say, I can't talk to you about this. Deli Force is top secret. If I did mention it to you or talk about it, I would have to kill you. And Trump was serious about it. He was not joking. Do not ask me about my Deli Force. We take pride in our cold cuts. If I told you, I would have to kill you. So, this whole thing with Ernie Shell, it's a movie in his mind. We tried. We tried. We even made comments in his chat. We even tried to get some of his own people to talk to him. You know, uh, I don't know what to say. There's not. You can't. You can try and guide them the right way, but you can't make them drink. You can't make them listen. You can't. It's like Jesus said. I can't make you follow the Father. You know. There is no commander. Levine is gone. My team, Delhi Force, overthrew him. And now he's a cold cut somewhere in a sandwich out in Massachusetts, where the lights all go down in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is the place I want to be. It's just sad. I hope he pulls out of it. I do too, Em. I really do. You know, it's not like me. I could joke around and then I know when to come back out of a role, out of a skit, out of a reality, or fantasy. Uh, you, if you ain't got a grip on it, you know, um, you'll get lost in it. And what I hate to think is that he thinks in his mind that he's Superman and everybody loves him. And he's gonna try and be a hero, and somebody's gonna end up hurting him. He seems like a good guy, but I don't know. I don't know Ernie Shell. For all we know, Ernie Shell could be exactly what everyone is claiming, a madman that hides it very well, like John Wayne Gacy, like uh, the ice pick, Richard, whatever his name was, like so many mafioso people that you wouldn't think twice. This is a great guy. He's a great guy, but has slaughtered 80 people and is sitting down laughing and joking like it was nothing. We don't know. I don't know. I didn't grow up with him. If I grew up with him, I could say I know this guy. I grew up with him. He's not a killer. You know, I spent half my life hanging out with the guy on the corners or at the bar or whatever, or working with the guy. I don't know the guy. So I can't vouch for the guy because I don't know him. I can't give him a voucher. I can't give him a pass. I can't because I don't know him personally. Only on YouTube. You know, I can't. I don't know these people. I don't. I wish I could help them, but you can't. You can't. You can't make them listen to you. You know, you can't. We did try. I did go into his chat comment. I'm not here to bash you. You know, we're here to help you. Uh, if you're working on a case, then you got 48 hours to submit your case and wrap it up. If you keep saying every video, what happened, you're on a case and you're working undercover and all this and that. Okay, then wrap it up. Turn in your report and move on with something else. But that ain't happening, folks. Psychosis is a very bad thing. If you don't get help, if you don't implant in your brain that you have a disability, and sometimes things are not real, it'll it'll get away from you, and the next thing you know, you'll be somebody's money man, meaning they're just sucking the money out of you, the life out of you, and they really don't care what happens to you. Anne asked me, "What do I think of Ernie's brother?" I don't know. There's people saying they talked to him and he wasn't the killer. He got blamed. Someone else was the killer, and he's doing time for something he didn't do. I mean, there's so many lies and deception in this whole thing. It's just nobody believes anything they say. Well, no, if they're telling the truth, I guess this or drugs or whatever they're on or whatever they're doing or whatever the health problem is runs in the family. You know. And here's the thing: some of us are street smart. We know what these guys are trying to pull. Now, for someone like me sitting back listening to Ernie's show, saying he's going to be joining these organizations and clubs, and I'm sitting back going, well, we got to carry weapons now. These guys even come around. You got to shoot first and ask questions later. Uh, you know, we're citizens, law-abiding citizens. I'm not affiliated with gangs. I'm not affiliated with nobody. Uh, you know, I'm my own person. Um, I'm not under contract or anything with anybody or anything. So for somebody that grew up in the streets or around the cities or whatever, you don't take chances like that. And it's sad because we're supposed to be living in the greatest country in the world, but you can't. It's that bad. They don't want to tell you, folks. They don't want mass chaos, but it is that bad. Where we're actually thinking about invading our own country just to keep the madness from spreading to other countries that now are doing good. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, it's that bad. Uh, all these guys, all these movie stars, all these rock stars, all these, they all think they're untouchable. And history has proven there ain't nobody safe, not even me. There ain't nobody safe. What more proof do you need when they assassinated our own president on our home ground? You know, it's madness. But the Bible spoke of that greed, gluttons, powers. They all think they're gods. Satan blindsided them. They all thought they were working for the Lord. And I was like, that ain't the Lord. You folks were bamboozled. And now they're all, my God, what do we do? Well, pray to God and think before you get a tattoo if it has anything to do with the number of the beast or the devil or whatever. You know, that really, folks, I'm being honest. But they're not just tattoos anymore. Uh, the higher ups are saying there's a connection. You know, these people might very well be doing the work of the evil or whatever. Just be safe. That's all I can say. You know, these are troubling times for America. You know, very troubling times. To me, it's a movie. It's a skit. It's a documentary. I'm waiting for Sean Penn to pop up over here. I think we got a documentary. I think we do, Mr. Penn. I think we got a couple movies and some big documentaries. And what do you think Mr. Shell should do? What would be your suggestion to Mr. Shell? We can't even go anywhere anymore without demons latching onto us. The nicest person you thought was the nicest person, next thing you know, you're around them, and the next thing you know, you don't feel yourself, and you're like, oh my God, what is this? It's almost like the movie, the grunge or whatever they called it. I am going to maintain my row. Anne says it sounds plausible that the illness runs in his family. You know what, Anne? It's starting to run in everybody's family. Look at what America's done. Yeah, he should go back to his girlfriend Lisa and create a good life. I'm telling you, Ernie Show is dabbling with something. He's looking real thin. He ain't looking himself, and he's flirting with disaster. You know, he's flirting with disaster, and he should stay home. That's my opinion. Yeah, it is sad to watch. I'll tell you what, they're not as friends if they're just using them for content and views. Sad to say, but if they were his friends, they'd be saying, no, how about you stay off of YouTube for a while? How about we hang out and do something? How about we write a movie? How about we do something like that? We just stay away from all this madness. And, how about you spend some time with your woman that you got and hang out and chill and everything. I don't know who Lisa is. So, is that the girl that owns the cannabis shop? What do you think about the charges on the van and the incident? We don't even know if it's true. Here's the thing, we don't know if anything these folks are saying is true. I'm not going to pry into these people's lives. I wasn't raised that way. I don't care what somebody did in their past. It's none of my business. That's the way I was raised. But when people are saying, is there anyone that can help him? Can somebody help him? He's out of control. And then people go into his chat and try and snap him out of it, you know. Uh, there's nothing you could do. All you could do is sit back and watch. And I don't even watch his videos that much. I usually end up seeing his videos in another YouTube chat room that I'm in. And then they play his videos and you're like, oh, geez. True friends would need to see him every day. Well, not even that. At least contact him and talk to him. Uh, what he needs is probably a woman, but he he might be a womanizer. He might not like being with one woman. I don't know. I don't know the dude. Dudes with no women who do live streams. I don't know. There's plenty of dudes that are on YouTube that have women. You know. Ann said, "Oh wow." Ann, what are you saying? Oh wow about? Is what Raphael saying? He must get a kick out of having people do live streams about him. Maybe he does. That's just getting his name out there more. That's all. His videos and everything. Listen, I had people making videos. They were going to chop me up and kill me, and they belonged to the mafia and everything. I was like, yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. That just gets people out there to. It's entertainment. I'm starting to believe that it's just entertainment, folks. There are there are scragglers out there that take it real and they do go real life on people, but mainly it's just part of their skit, part of their thing. But they never tell you it's not real because that would blow the skit. That would blow the viewers. That would blow all the money coming in if everybody thought it was fake. Yeah, they all make videos, even about me. They talk in code. They use somebody else, but they're really talking about me. That's okay. Jigsaw really don't care. You could be right. I could be right. I'm worth more dead than I am alive to certain people, but it don't bother me. You know, like I said, I can play their games too. You know, I can play their games too, but I don't know no magic. I don't know any demons or anything that they talk about, or uh, I don't know stone cold killers. Sorry, folks. I wasn't raised to hang around with people like that. And now the big thing is if you don't kill, you're not a man. If you don't do this, you're not a man. You're not, okay. I'm going to create my whole world of people that are not men. They're just kids at heart, kid minds, you know. Uh, no, we don't want to be stone cold killers to prove that we're men. Uh, a real man will come along and he's going to wipe this country clean and he's going to jap slap all you tough boys. And then what are you guys going to do? When the creator comes down and wipes this country clean of all you tough guys. And then I'm going to be left here with all these ladies. I'm going to have to recreate the world. I'm waiting for that day. I'm joking. I'm just joking. Or am I? You could be right. And what could I be right about? I think they are using demons or whatever. What's funny is they're like, I got a lot of money. I know all these. I don't give a crap who you know. We're going to kill them too. I really don't give a crap. I'm part of an organization. What organization? Don't worry, we'll drop it right on their front porch. You know, let's make a movie. Let's really blow their minds. Yeah, I could play their games. That's what it is. But they're real tough guys. They are real killers. You know, some of these guys, I've been in the business. You don't talk to me this way. I'll have you killed. And there are guys like that. They will know who's in charge then, won't they? Oh, when the creator comes down, sure, they will. And I'll say glory to that day. Glory to God to that day. America's being held hostage. The government knows it. Everybody knows it, but they can't do nothing about it because they're their own military. And that's why I kept telling them, keep doing what you're doing, divert them. As we speak, we're building all this stuff in another country, and then it's just going to be hell on earth when literally a laser comes down and just zoom, and they are just a pile of ash. Real life. There ain't no F-16 that can keep up with them. There ain't no Raptor. There ain't no A-110 Warthog that can keep up with these things. They're in deep shit, and they know it. I just watched Postcards from the Edge. What's that? What do I think's going on? I think it's mass mind control. I think people are finally snapping out of it and saying there is none of this Bible study. Now, I've watched stuff and talked to people that said it's impossible to part the Red Sea. You know, there's things in the Bible that we know for a fact, scientifically, that could not happen. That it would have to be either magic or some mass mind control that they tried to pull. And it was really to try and protect people from the world going mad and these organizations and groups and armies from just slaughtering so they can say, we are the best. We are kings of this earth. You know? So it's just a giant mind control. And here's the thing, somebody created something that this world does not understand. And they can't wrap their heads around it. And they can't keep up with it. Our best jets can't keep up with it. And they just can't understand that finally someone has come along and said, it's over. They won't be able to defend themselves. They can't even see it. It's got cloaking mechanisms. It's there 1 second and gone, folks, within a blink of an eye. There's nothing they can do. Nothing. Finally, someone has come and said, it's over with. You thought you were the biggest, baddest military, but you ain't nothing. When you can't even keep up with it, G-forces, you're the human body in one of these. And they were saying, what about humans? There's no way. There's no way a human can withstand the G-forces. You would explode. I keep telling them, don't put a human being in it. You'll kill him within seconds. Massively, his head will pop off from G-forces. You can't keep up with it. You don't want to know what it can do. If you only knew what it can do, people would be dying to get off the earth. But you can't run from it, even if you get off the earth. It's everywhere. The cloaking, the invisible shield, everything. These fools think it disappeared. It's flying right next to them, right underneath them. It's the biggest, baddest thing that was ever built, and they can't wrap their minds around it. Who is it? What country? It ain't nobody. Don't you folks worry about it. They're here to protect what we're sick of, being pushed aside, being mass controlled. Most of the stuff going on in the world is all from the brain ray that manipulates their brains, turns them into idiots. Nah. Everyone's going, are you kidding me? That thing came from that little dude's mind, came from my brain. Nah. All sent from the Lord in Hadley Incorporated. Too many people are truly, Anne says, too many people are truly afraid of dying, that it rules their life rather than just live the best you can each day. Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been dead before. It stinks. Literally. It stinks. There ain't nothing good about dying. Nah, you're not. You're not in pain, Mark. There's a little bit of. They'll give you some medication or something. We'll get another 50 years out of you. It's the pain that kills you. People don't understand. They're like, what are you talking about? It's the pain. Most people don't die from cancer, they die from the pain of cancer. It's the pain. Most people don't die from their disease. It is the pain that the disease is causing that kills them. You know, you watch a lot of these movies, and you remember John Wayne, that movie that John Wayne was in when he was dying. He had cancer, and the doctor gave him a bottle of opium to drink, and the doctor said, "Drink this when you're in pain." And John Wayne said, "Well, what happens after all this? And what's this? Am I going to die from the cancer or whatever?" And the doctor said, "No, you're going to die from the pain, you know, that the cancer is causing. Uh, Drink this. You might get a little bit longer out of you because it's going to kill the pain. The pain will suck the life out of somebody." Uh, that's when people, you break an arm, a leg. I've seen people faint. The pain, they just out. And that's what pain will do. Pain does hurt. It's obvious you ain't never been massively hurt. You know, pain will it'll suck the life out of you real quick. I've seen dudes, uh, uh you know, snap a leg or something like that and turn white. Literally turn white and just out, faint. Uh, the pain has sucked the life right out of them. And that pain over time, every day, it sucks the life out of you. Mark said the Duke. Yep, the Duke. You remember that movie, Mark? Where he was dying and he went to the doctor and how long do I got? A year, 6 months, a year. But here, drink this. This will help with the pain. This will give you some more time. Because it's the pain that'll suck the life out of them. It was killing me when my gallbladder went bad, when my appendix went bad. Uh, it just sucked the life out of me, man. It was unreal. The pain was unbelievable. The meds overload the major organs of as well. Yeah. Yeah. Sure will. Yeah, John Wayne made a movie where he was dying and he only had so long to live. And he went to go see the doctor. I think it was I forget what movie. It was actually, John Wayne was actually dying of cancer when he made the movie, but he never told anybody. And afterwards, people are like, "Is he dying?" Because he did start looking like he was uh, dying, and he made that movie, And he actually was suffering from cancer when he made that movie. And when he came out with that movie, everyone was like, "Oh my God, is he? Is it true?" And everything. The Shootist, was that the name of the movie? I forget the name of the movie, but it was a good movie. But uh, it was almost like he was playing the role of his real life. At that time, he was suffering from cancer. I do believe he died from cancer. Oh, sweetness. You remember when the Bears won the Super Bowl? That was beautiful. We were kings that year. Then, of course, after that, we went back to being losers. But that day, we were kings. We were kings. Sweetness. Mark, did you ever eat down at Peyton's restaurant? I am eating some dark chocolate. They say that's supposed to be good for your prostate. That's what they say. Do they make chocolate bars without sugar these days? And fruit is good for you. I do eat some fruit, and I usually drink smoothies, but I've been chilling out on it lately. Creed is what they tell me. Life, yeah. Try and control me. The weak and the weary. My soul I'm bearing. So I hold my head down. I ain't wasting time. So, What do I think's going to happen in the world? I think we're going back to medieval times, folks. I'm starting to believe that the professionals are right. We're dealing with a bunch of sorcerers, witches, and demons. And hey, I didn't write the Bible. And in order to get to heaven, you must believe that the Bible is real. And we all want to get to heaven, don't we? We all want to be up there with the Creator and Jesus and the Mother Mary. You know? And in order to do that, we got to obey by the Bible if you live by the Bible that way. But then again, like I've said before, you talk to the professionals and they're like, it's not real. You know, don't believe it and it ain't real. Yeah. We're danged if we do, we're danged if we don't. This is not Sparta. It's the USA. I think I accidentally picked up a demon or something on the way home today. Professional doctors, Raphael, professional psychiatrists, professional scientists that will tell you it's not real. It was a story to keep man at bay. To keep human beings civilized. I must be honest with you. I believe it's lights out. Didn't know it when I came and won't know it when I'm gone. Huh? No, the Bible did say in the blink of an eye, we will be carried to heaven. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ann. Yeah, ain't it funny though how they, even being in religion, uh, people running the show in the churches and stuff could be bad people. Why do I always misplace stuff? Unbelievable. Good God. That's not what she meant, Johnny. I was raised in a very bad religion organization. What did she mean? You acquired lights out with going to heaven in a blink of an eye. I don't know what you're talking about, Raphael. No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. What organization? What do you mean? She said when she came into this world, she didn't know it. And when she leaves, she won't know it. And it's lights out. Well, I don't know. Good night, if that's what she meant. And sleep tight, be safe, lock your truck door. If Ernie would work with me, we could surely get a lot of these bad people off the streets. No, Ernie ain't gonna work with you, Ann. Ernie himself now is under the radar of all the intelligence agencies, police, and other organizations that this government has no idea even exist. And what's sad is nobody did it but himself. You know, I wanted to see if Mr. Shell was telling the truth. I went into his chat. And I said, I'm not there to bash him or make a fool out of him. If he's working on a case, he's got 48 hours to close it. You know, every video he was making, he keeps saying he's going to prove that all this stuff. All right, close the case. Turn your case into your uh, uh, higher up, you know, and be done with it. Move on to something else. Move on to another case, another kid that needs your help. But that day never came. So there ain't nothing I could do about it. There ain't nothing a lot of people can do about it. You know, there's other people that made calls. Are these guys? Is this guy with you? If he is, you best pull him off the street. You know, there was other people that called higher echelons up. Is this guy with you? You know, and everyone, no, we have no idea who he is, and actually he's got a record or whatever. You know, now I don't know if that's true, but that's what other people have said. Good God, Benny Keys called the authorities. You know, is this guy who he says he is? If not, you best do something. You know. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I went in to his chat, tried to talk some sense. This YouTube is not a prostitution ring. It's not a way to make money off of people's debts and sorrows. And I'm the new owner of YouTube. And things are going to be changing. And if you're working on a case, you got 48 hours to turn your case into your higher up that you're working for. You know, trying to talk some sense into him, trying to talk sense into his viewers, but it was like going into the Manson family. Benny's a CI now, huh? That's funny because nobody's claiming him. Any of these people. You know? They're all being watched. They're like, I work for the police. Yeah, I know. And there's people that are watching you that lock police up. You understand? There's people watching you folks on YouTube that you created this. You're all CIs, you're all investigators, you're black ops. That's okay because they make calls to people. Now the big boys are watching you. The guys that go after black op dudes that go rogue. The guys that go after FBI agents that go rogue. CIA. Homeland Security. These are the guys that go after them when they go rogue. They're all under the radar. There's nothing anyone could do about it. I tried. Many YouTube channels have tried. There's nothing we can do but sit back and watch the mayhem. That's all we can do. And they think it's a joke. And I'm like, no, it's no joke. These are the dudes that are going to take out the cops if they have to, that are protecting these people. Congress and Senate, Homeland Security, the Pentagon, FBI, CIA, they're all going, we got them. They're all corrupt. You folks didn't listen to Mr. Trump. at all. It's a two-headed beast, and they're decapitating the beast. I can tell you what, it's going to get good. It's going to get good. I can tell you that much. The more they keep attacking us, the more demons, the more sickness, the more witchery, the sorcery, the drugs, the madness, the sex, the STDs, the delusions. The more we're sitting back and going to do exactly what we didn't want to do. That we were hoping that God would come down and say, I'll handle it. We're hoping he does before we turn these demon dogs down. Sit. Your time's coming. Just sit. I'm joking. I'm waiting for Bendejo to come in and say, that's it. Everything is a joke to you. Now, this whole world is a movie. It is. If you walked in my shoes for one day, you wouldn't give a crap about nobody. I can give two craps. If you suffered the pain like I did for many years, rolled over, stabbed in the back, shot at, burned. If you suffered, well, then you might know something about what I'm talking about. And is this going to make a good movie or what? My phone rings 25. I'll show you my phone. I shut the ringer off. It just rings. Ring, ring, click. Voice message pops up. They hang up and they'll call again. Ring, ring. One time this idiot called me and played my video in the background. I'm like, oh, this is a psycho. This is going to get good. These are the type of dudes. We just don't say nothing. You just walk up and mysteriously one day they come up missing. This is going to make a great movie. Oh, it is. Are you kidding me? Depp's been calling me. What do you think about me playing you? I don't know. Can you come out of the dang pirate role for 5 minutes? We need you to be a madman. You know, I did watch his Whitey Bulger movie that he did. That was pretty good. The Bulger movie was pretty good. And you mentioned somebody's name in these chats. You notice all these dudes going, nah, he's clout chasing. You're talking about people and you're trying to get clout. I don't need to get clout, idiots. These guys have been riding on my coattails for I don't know how many years. I'm still here, ain't I? Police come here all the time asking me, you all right? These people called and said you got UFOs and shit in there, warthogs and everything. You got anything like that around here? Not here, but very close. Yeah, well, they might be dysfunctional families. They might not have had parents around. They might have been abused. They might have been used by their own family. You know, you don't know who hasn't been abused in this world, folks. Let me tell you who hasn't been abused. Billionaires. Some of these people that were born with billions, they don't know what abuse is. They don't know what being poor is. They don't know what boiling shoe leather in a pot and drinking the water and making the leather soft enough so you can eat it. Well, back then it's a cow. Leather's from a cow, so we can eat it. All right. I just want to know: is this going to be a good movie, Ann? Mark, is this going to be a good movie? They're like, you can't do that. It's impossible. You're dumb. Yes, I am. I'm dumb. I'm not the man I used to be. But I got one heck of an imagination. And all you got to do is turn on the TV boob, the silver screen. Read that Kramer book that's out there. And everyone's like, you're good at this. Of course, these idiots say, you're bad at this. You don't know what you're doing. Of course, they're all striking my channels. Mark, I want billions. I'll settle for millions. I'm humble. I'm not using you guys in the movie. It's my movie. You remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right? You remember in that part. Okay, Johnny, your whole life you've been a clown, an idiot, joking around. Now's your chance to be serious. You get to write the whole thing. I know. I'm going to go to bed. I'm getting tired. But I'm going to need that AK 47 over there. Right now, Brad Pitt's watching me going, I can't believe that little shit pulled it off. You're right. I'm everybody's little shit. Is there any other questions you guys want to ask? Press, Congress, Senate, White House? Anybody? Ann, Mark, the only ones left. Any questions? Anybody? Go on, Mark. No. Mark, you have been acting like an idiot all night. You just sit down. I don't want to talk to you. Go on, Mark. Ask your question. But, Mr. President, shut up. Go on, Ann. Ask what you want. I would make a great president. First off, I'd walk in. I'd take whatever they wrote for me and throw it across the room. And I'm going to tell you guys how it is. We're in deep shit. We're going to have to kill our way out of this one. Are you kidding me? Nope. Surely you're joking. Not really. This is a button to a nuke. My thumb is on it. Hell's coming. Run. Flash bulletin on CNN. The world is coming to an end. The president finally told us the truth. I grew up in Illinois. I played football for Andrew High School, Thunderbolts. But of course, our colors were black and yellow. So after Belushi came out with the Killer Bees, we were known as the Idiot Bees. Who are these idiots? Them are the Idiot Bees from Chicago. And then I wrestled for a while. A couple years, I was the Prince. We had the the homecoming king, and I ended up being the prince of what? I have no idea. But I got voted one year as prince. Of course, I had to dress up in a suit. Of course, I was dating a beautiful woman back then, but and ever since then, I've been the prince of Illinois. People are like, you mean Bel Air? No, never been to Bel Air. Bel Air are sissies. We were from Illinois. And all the guys from around Harvey sound the same. I played golf around there. Joe Louis, near Blue Island. Blue Island, Illinois. Yeah. Yeah, I was Prince 1 year. Was it 1 year? 2 year? 1 year. Yeah. Sophomore year? I think it was my sophomore year. I think it was sophomore year. Big Bob was the homecoming king. I was a homecoming prince. I had to wear a hat, take photos, and everything. Yeah. It's an idiot. It's a class clown idiot. The jokester. And of course, I hung around with tough dudes. So you just had to be an idiot just to hang out with the cool kids. What'd you walk up and punch that dude in the head for? I don't know. But my friends were around. So I had to be cool. Well, you're an idiot. Let's see. Let's weigh this out. Cool kid, idiot. Cool kid, got the chicks, idiot. Cool kid, idiot. So I stuck with the idiot. The rest is history. You've seen Forrest Gump. You've seen all the movies I was in. Yeah. Outsiders and everything. Gilbert Grape and everything, you know. Nah, Kramer versus Kramer. Yes, my parents went through a divorce when I was a young kid. It was rough. Well, what do you do? Not much. You go with it. Of course, my father wasn't around, so I did whatever I wanted. Late nights. My mother would say, get to your room, and I'd say, okay, and jump out the second story floor window out of my bedroom, and I was on the corner by lights out. Street light lamps go out. Nobody told me what to do. I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking about sneaking out all the time, but no, I grew up with a mother that if there was a peanut butter jar sitting around, she'd whip it across the room, hopefully hit you in the head or something. And that's when the Jiffy peanut butter jars were real glass, not this plastic stuff. They made plastic because of what happened when my mother got mad at me one day and threw a Jiffy Skippy peanut butter jar at me. That's when they were glass. People are like, they never made peanut butter jars that were glass. Yes, they did. That was before your youngins' times. Jiffy peanut butter, Skippies were all glass jars back then. not this plastic stuff. I cannot answer that question, Mark, because it would incriminate me. I would have to plead the fifth. Sorry. I can tell you this much. 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 times. I ain't got a very long rap sheet, not compared to some of these guys we're looking at. They were all like, hey, he's got a record. And the authorities were like, yeah, we looked at it. If you call stealing a candy bar from me, I don't think we're too worried about Mr. Kramer. Then again, we don't know. Good God, they probably hacked my account. I've probably been arrested 200 times. They tried to say I was married 100 and something times, 190 sometimes. I'm like, I've never been married. I'm only 50. What are you talking about? I've never been married in my life. I've never dated 150. No bar fights. Never. I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. I can't plead that on the 5th or the 6th. Not even this whole month. I have no idea what you're talking about. A bar fight. Where? When? Not me. I know what you're going to say. We know it was you. And I'm going to tell you, well, I need proof. You know how many people back then at that time had blonde hair and looked like Johnny Depp? I was Johnny Depp before Johnny Depp was even Johnny Depp. I know. Hi, guys. Love you. I know you guys. You don't know me. What are you talking about, Mark? Did you go to my school? Did you live in my neighborhood? If you did, well, then you might know me. Then you know that I'm a jokester. But, Mark, if you are that guy at the bar, my apologies. I wasn't myself that night, but it wasn't me. I can guarantee you that. But if it was, my apologies. We all do stupid stuff with disabilities. And when you mix disabilities with alcohol and drugs, that equals an idiot. And I used to be one of them. And only by the grace of the good Lord, or something good, or just the people around me, I changed my life. Walked away from being a bad boy. Of course, I got this imagination. People are like, this kid is unbelievable. Do you want to work for SNL? Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Do you want to make a movie? I've already had many. How about a book? It's obvious you haven't read the Kramer book out. You want to do comedian? I've been a comedian my whole life. I'm bored of it now. No, we're not tough dudes. We played sports. That's it. We did defend ourselves, but we never went out looking for trouble. It was mainly guys that were bigger, you know. I was always like, "Why you want to pick on me, Mister? I'm only 5'7", 170 pounds. You know, you're 6'5" and 225 pounds. Why you want to swing at me? You're just gonna hurt me. You know, please don't." As I broke the bottle and jabbed it in his eyeball. Everyone's, "Oh my God!" Just joking. I'm just joking. It wasn't a beer bottle, it was a glass. But, anyways, just joking. No, I'm not I'm not a tough guy. But I do know how to defend myself, but I'm not a tough guy. And no, I'm not a karate expert. Good God. I accidentally slipped and said I took a couple classes in Taekwondo many years ago. And people, are you a black belt? No. I've been hit with a black belt, been beat down with a black belt, but never became a black belt. Mark says Southside dudes don't mess around with. I wasn't Southside. Uh, we were more on the idiot side. Boy, these guys are idiots. Where'd they come from? The idiot side of town. Explains everything. I'm joking. Or am I? No. Uh, let's just say this. I think I was 12 years old, and my bicycle had chains on it, and we all ripped the number plates off of our bikes and put West Haven Bulldogs on it. We had chains on it, and our parents were like, "What in the f are you doing? This is our gang." What? One time I was out in the front yard. I don't know, it was like 14, 15, 16. And I hung around with these dudes that were pretty good in karate, and they had nunchucks. So I was like, "Hey, I got to be one of the dudes. I'm going to have a set of nunchucks." So I went and got some, right? So after a while, you know, you'd hang out with these dudes and they'd show you this is how you use the nunchucks and everything. You know, all right, great, let's do it. So for a while, I was playing with the nunchucks, but what they forgot to tell me is don't ever hit yourself with the nunchucks in the head. And one day, I co-cocked myself on the side of my head, on my jaw actually, and my jaw swelled up the size of a baseball. Actually, busted a couple teeth, and that was the end of my nunchuck days. I was the type of guy where if you were going to beat me up, you didn't have to do too much because I'd hurt myself trying to defend myself. He just punched himself in the face. My God, why did you hit him? I didn't do nothing to him. He just said, "Look out, I'm coming at you." And he punched himself in the eye. I don't know. I didn't touch the guy. Didn't do nothing. Mark says Cubs are socks. I love both of them. They're both from Chicago. This is what I'm talking about, the two-headed beast. Thank God we only got one football team. The Sox are playing today. The Cubs are playing. They're both the same team. How about we call them the Socky Cubs? I don't know. You got to love both of them. If you're a true Chicago dude, you got to love both of them. Chicago Bears. I don't even live in Chicago no more. But every year, what's the team I go for? The Bears. Everybody, you're a loser. You're a loser. That's right. But you remember 84 when we won? You remember when we sent the big guy right up the middle and he scored a touchdown? The fridge. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, look out. The earth is shaking." That's the fridge. Give him the ball. He'll get it in there. Remember McMahon? The punky quarterback. That was great. We still talk about that day today. That and the blizzard of 78. And of course, we always remember the food. I thought it was a good call to give the ball to the fridge and let him run in there. Well, Peyton was untouchable. He was a god in Chicago. He was that whole team that year was unbelievable. You know, that whole year we won the Super Bowl. It was just, it's great. It's great. Dicka and all that. It was great. The sweetness. You remember Mongo? Richard Dent. Mongo. Animals. 50 below zero. They're out there in a shirt. One of them couldn't even hold a pen because their fingers were snapped off so many times. You go to shake hands with him and it's just a stump. What happened to him? Football. Good God, look at his hands. Look at crinkled over, bent, snapped off. The team held up Buddy Ryan after the game. They sure did. And that alone should have sent waves of, my God, they lifted him up over their heads. He wasn't a small man back then. Oh, Danny Hampton, huh? Yeah, Singletary, Hampton, all them guys. They were great at what they did. And we won. Of course, we haven't won since. But we always win our division most of the time. But lately, these past couple years, it's just been bad luck. You know, that's why they made the movie Bad Luck Bears. So I'm sitting here, I'm working on something. How is this movie going to be any good? Huh? Am I an idiot or do I have an imagination? Could I be somebody? Sure. If I wanted to, but I'm old. Disability. Hair's falling out. I got to tuck my groin into my sock just to move around during the day. I'm at that age where you got to watch when you sit down. Make sure you don't sit on anything. Thank God there's nobody watching me right now. Now, I know it's not funny to you folks, but it's hilarious to me because I know I'm just an actor, a comedian or whatever. I'm not a killer. I'm not a madman. Uh, I do like the ladies, but only the woman I'm with at that, time I'm with them or whatever. I'm not a womanizer. I do appreciate the company of a good woman. And I like to be funny and try and be an idiot as much as I can. It's a way to deal with my disability, pain, and suffering. Instead of going out and doing idiot stuff and getting in trouble. Too old to get in trouble. Too old to do anything. But I like life. And so I choose to hold on to it. No Packers for the last 20 years. I don't know. How can you not? I live in the United States. I was born and raised. I like every team. Who was the guy that said, you got to pick a team? Well, I like them all. They're all great. You know, I like every single football team. Everyone, who's your best MMA guy? Who's you? I like them all. They're all brave people. It's obvious you've never been hit by a 6'4", 300-pound linebacker. It don't feel good. It's obvious you've never been roundhouse kicked by a professional karate guy or anything. We're too old to get in trouble, man. I'll just sit here in my front room. I'll cut grass once a week to make an extra few bucks. I'll play my music and do my YouTube and Facebook, and I'm happy. You know, them days of your buddies calling you on the phone, hey, there's Rumble tonight. Some guy said that Jimmy Joe smelled like pepperoni. All right, I'll be there. Let me get my chain. Them days are long gone. Yeah. Hampton's DUI. Well, let's see if we can't pull some strings and get him out of that. Mr. Hampton, you got enough money. Why don't you hire yourself a driver? Then you could drink all day. I could use some MMA advice for tomorrow's 14 bout card. Good luck. And don't get hit. And take aspirin before the fight. All right, guys, it's 4:00 in the morning. I got to get some sleep. I drank 3 soda pops today, 3 cups of coffee. I'm done staying up late. I got to be up tomorrow to cut a yard, so usually I get about 10 o'clock, I'll get up. 11 o'clock or so. I usually don't cut grass too early in the day because it's wet. And the people don't like me cutting the grass when it's wet in the morning. So they would rather me wait until late, early afternoon when the dew's gone. So I'll probably be able to sleep until at least 10. My alarm will go off and I'll have to get up, cut grass, and then come home and make videos or whatever. I'm done with this madness. I'm going to break away from them all. They're going to be, what are you doing? You can't do, my phone will ring 24/7, but I'm getting tired of staying up this late. It's drinking soda and coffee and everything, and smoking cigarettes. Tired of it. I just want to look at a beautiful woman for a while, chill. Yes, I finished all the mulch today, and they were very happy. The dang skids were full skids of mulch bags, 60-pound bags or 40-pound bags. They were taller than me. Dang it, I had to stretch to rip the top layer off of the skid. I'm like, my God. But I got it done. Tomorrow I got to cut their yard. Hey, I made a few bucks. I don't get paid that much, and that's okay. I keep within the laws of Social Security. If I go all over them laws, then they take money away from me and penalize me, and they take money away. So I just make enough to survive. Matter of fact, you want me to be honest? After 4 hours of that, I can't do it. I got to sit down. I got to sit down after doing 4 or 5 hours of work. I'm not like I used to be, where I can go carry 8 2x4s and two sheets, 3 sheets of plywood, and lift bundles of shingles, and I can't do it no more. And it sucks because I like doing stuff like that. I like working with my hands. I don't know. It's no excuse. It's what it is. You work hard labor for so many years, folks. Your body starts breaking down, and people don't understand that. Well, yeah. I'm a little dude. At one time, I was a very strong little dude. But I ain't no more. I used to love hanging out with dudes and building something. And look at this, building a deck. And at the end, it looked real cool. And this is great. Yeah, I'm out of here. It was nice joking around with you guys today. This is all just a skit. It's just sitting around freestyling, hanging out, talking, shooting the crap. No, I'm not going to go out and attack the world tomorrow. No, I'm not going to do nothing, but I got to cut a yard tomorrow. So, now you folks have a good night. Be safe. It's late. What is tomorrow? Saturday? What is today? Well, it's 4 in the morning. I think today's Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday. You folks have a good night. Be safe. And I'm just joking around, having fun, talking off the top of my head. I don't mean no harm. If I offended anybody, my apologies. You guys have a good night.